Oh, somebody shut his microphone off. We just had the music. Where'd it go? These are all the people that are in the Zoom. Nobody has their cameras on. Otherwise, they're busy. Well, I guess we're gonna go to the parade.
Yeah, it's at 10:45, right?
Hey! That was it. I thought they were gonna have where they walk up, whatever. I don't know because I don't know. like it's time to sit. Hey, here they come. Here they come. Here, bro. Ed Schultz, please turn your mic off.
Good morning. You guys can be seated. Thank you everyone for coming in person and those of you attending virtually to our 8th grade 2021 graduation ceremony. This has been a year unlike any in terms of education and in terms of our personal lives. 15 months ago, these kids had their lives flipped upside down, just like the graduation program. And they have persevered and conquered many challenges and obstacles over the past school year. And we look forward to watching you guys conquering more obstacles and challenges throughout your life. If you guys can get through this stuff, you will be able to accomplish so much more than any of us can even imagine. So keep the momentum going, and you guys are going to accomplish great things in your life. Without further ado, I'm going to have Mr. Talbot come up and say a few words.
Thank you, Mr. Subject. As many of you know, I'm not a man of few words, so we'll do our very best to keep it to a few words. Welcome to all of our family members that are joining us virtually. Let's hope that this is the last time that we have to do that with regards to segregating our populations with the parents staying home, et cetera. Guys, I'm going to address my remarks to you, though. 9 years ago, anybody remember 9 years ago at Huron Academy? 9 years ago? I seen some pictures up there, brought back some great memories, and I know that many of you have been here 8 and 7 and 6 years and so on and so forth. But the amazing thing for us as administrators, as your teachers, as the adults here in your lives for the past 9, 8, 7, 6, however many years, is that we've got a chance to watch you day after day grow just a little bit more until we see the young men and young women before us today. It's an amazing, amazing opportunity for one person, for 10 people, for your underclassmen who've been here as long as you have, 8 years, watching you grow to the amazing young people you are today. Mr. Subcheck said that if you can get through a year like this, you can get through just about anything. Well, I mirror those remarks, but I preface it this way. All of you have begun the pathway towards greatness. You're all going to do something absolutely amazing in this world. We know it. We've seen it each and every day for up to 9 years. But it's still on you. Hard work is really in front of you. It's what you do with the rest of your lives that will cause a tsunami in society in general. You are headed towards greatness, if and only if you never stop heading that way. Set your eyes on the prize. Make sure that you're heading towards something that's going to be meaningful, not only to you, but for the whole world. Because you have it in you. I said, I'll try to be a man of few words, and I will. I'll leave you with one final thought. And moms and dads, you can remember this as well. Live each day as if it were your last. But learn as if you were to live forever. Congratulations as you move on to high school.
We're now going to take a few moments for some student speeches, and we're going to start with Grace Kespelis.
Good morning. My name is Grace Kespelis, and I'd like to thank all fellow graduates, students, staff, parents, and administrators for attending our Huron Academy 8th grade graduation ceremony. I'd also like to thank everyone for always believing in me and my fellow classmates and for supporting us through everything. We all don't say this enough, but on behalf of me and my peers, we truly do appreciate you all. Today, this very moment, is a huge but emotional day for most of us. But I'm excited to see how my classmates and I will thrive in the future. I still remember the first day I set foot in the Metro building. I was heading to my 2nd grade orientation. Little did my 7-year-old self know that the next 7 years at the school would be the best years of my life. I exactly remember not even saying hi to my teacher, Miss Sears, but instead sitting myself down and eating the Lucky Charms she gave us. What a welcoming. Then that same year, I met my best friend till this very day by cleaning cabinets and being rewarded with Smarties afterwards. On to 3rd grade, when projects were just writing your name and your favorite color and eating donuts from the ceiling dressed as a pirate. 4th grade got a little more tricky. We started writing 10-page journal entries, and I thought that was a lot of work. But here I am today, writing a 2-page long speech for my 8th grade graduation. That year was also the first year I got to switch classes for a new subject, which was math. My favorite thing was those timed multiplications tests, and I was pretty good at those if I say so myself. Now, if I had to describe fifth grade in one word, that word would simply be drama. Personally, that was not one of my favorite years, but we finally had a normal field trip going to CJ Barrymore's instead of to a boring museum. I strongly remember getting to skirt my enemy with water at the bumper boats. Not my proudest moment, but not gonna lie, I felt really good at the time. Next was middle school. Moving up to the big kids with the big kids was something I was extremely nervous about. I was scared I would not fit in or what people would think about me. But thankfully, throughout my middle school journey, I learned how to not care about what anyone says. Because if we want to reach our goals, we need to move on from the negative comments quickly, and just like Judge Siwa said, come back like a boomerang. Because if we want to reach our goal, at the end of the day, this is your life, and your actions determine your future. If you want to succeed, you better start ignoring the people who love to bring you down and do what's right for you and your future. Middle school teaches you a whole lot, like in seventh grade, no doubt the hardest year of my life. And I think most of us can agree with me. My school year got cut in half, but I truly think this pandemic was a blessing in disguise because it made us all realize the little things we had taken for granted. If we survived the global pandemic, we can survive anything. I didn't know how good of a life I had until I barely had a life anymore being isolated for so long. Ever since that experience, I promised myself when I actually get to live my life again, I will enjoy every single moment possible. That is exactly what I did my eighth grade year. Yes, we had tons of restrictions, but it was by far my favorite year ever. Thank you to everyone who helped us make it through middle school. If it wasn't for your patience, love, and encouraging words, we wouldn't have achieved as much as we did these past 3 years. I want to send a huge thank you to God for constantly pushing me and giving me the strength to get to where I am today. I'd also like to personally thank my main teacher for the school year, Miss Lewis. I do not say this enough, but I am so grateful for you. I can truly feel you care and want the best for us all. I appreciate all the efforts and struggles you went through this year to make it the best year of my life. You are not only our teacher, but you are our best friend. And I can honestly not ask for a better role model to end the school year with. I still don't understand how I will use linear equations in the real world, but if I ever do, I will think of you right away. This year wouldn't be as unforgettable as it was without my classmates. If I'm being completely honest, I never thought I'd be friends with more than half of you here, but I am today, and we have made some amazing memories together. Whether I've known you for 7 years or we just met this year, you have all truly made a huge impact in my life, so thank you. Let's face it, this journey went by way too fast, and it's still hard to believe me and my classmates are going to high school next year. Most of us are going our separate ways, and I truly wish you all the best. But at the same time, I'm terrified to lose these unforgettable friendships I made here at Huron Academy. But hey, that's the reality of middle school. We have all never liked the endings of things, like the last day of summer, the last few minutes of your favorite movie, or even the last bite of your chocolate chip cookie. But unfortunately, today is one of those days. Today is the day we all say goodbye and move on with our lives. But just like Winnie the Pooh said, how lucky am I to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard? Thank you.
Our next speech is from Brooklyn Robinson.
Seven. That's how many years I've been here. If I wasn't counting my grade, I would have been here for 6.5. Today, we are here to look back on the time we have shared together. The highs and the lows that we have experienced will stick with us forever when we leave today. The things that we have done as a whole, watch teachers and friends come and go. Today, they will see us off proudly as we celebrate today, the beginning of our new chapter outside of this school. For as long as I've been at this school, the teachers have done nothing but make sure that we are being ourselves and that we let no one change us. We are supposed to use our imagination to do the unspeakable that could put us on the map if we put our minds to it. Huron Academy had clubs that would help us show our true selves, like DI, basketball, cheer, science Olympiad. Those clubs helped me and probably others become their true selves and make great friends and memories I remember for a lifetime. With all of the hardships faced last year and this year, we overcame them with strength and determination. I am proud of us as we spend our last moments in this building together with all of the memories made together as a whole. Albert Einstein once said that imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. I want all of us today to take from that quote and carry it with you all the way to high school, from the start to finish. Just like our teachers taught us to be strong and creative, go do that. Go to high school and be yourself no matter what. In these next 4 years, we'll be challenged to try and change and be new. But make sure to only change for you and no one else. Let your imagination show you the way to be. I'm Brooklyn Robinson, and as much as I am ready to embark on my new journey to high school, I'm going to miss this. Thank you.
Next up, Zariah Spivey.
Can you believe it? 9 years of learning, growing, and discovering. Most of us walked into these middle school halls nervous, not knowing what to expect. It was like the first day of school all over again. We were the sixth graders stepping into a whole new world, a world that included challenges, new people, changes, chances, and overall just a lot of new experiences. Now, those same 9 years later, whether or not you have attended this school for the whole 9 years, today we're leaving this school and are headed for the encounters that high school will give us. My name is Zaria Spivey, and this school has taught me so much, things that I would have never imagined I would learn. Now, even though I've only been here at Huron Academy for 4 years since 5th grade, I am pleased to say that this school has taught me a lot, all the way from learning the properties of multiplication to learning what polynomials are. Even though educational things take up the majority of what I've learned, I've also learned how to communicate with others, how to deal with my problems, and how to always have integrity, to be kind to others because you never know what people are going through. And most importantly, I learned how to be the best version of myself that I can be. I remember the first day of school when I was so nervous that I was shaking, and now I'm here with all these experiences and memories from the years I've been here at this school. I just want to thank Ms. Jackson for always replying back to all of my emails I would send her, asking her questions about the assignments. I also want to thank her for always getting distracted in class and telling the stories that happened in her life. I want to thank Ms. Margot for making sure that her mental health was okay and turning science class into a therapy session with Ms. Lane. And that brings me to Ms. Lane. Thank you for always helping me in 6th and 7th grade when I came to you with all of my middle school drama. I thank Mrs. Lapierre for teaching us how taking care of our bodies is important. I also want to thank Mrs. Lewis for teaching me that a challenge is good and for always believing in me. And with that being said, I would also like to thank my friend group, Ava Lee, Aisha DeVilio, Hannah Henry, Krishna Shastri, Morgan Shamoon, and Ted Mazzola. They are the ones who have helped me throughout this whole pandemic, whether it was to help me with my homework or just to talk. They have always been there for me since the start of 8th grade. Even though we come together now to say our goodbyes, this isn't anywhere near the ending. This is just the beginning. As Winnie the Pooh said, how lucky am I to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard?
Good job, Zaria. Ariana Thomas.
Good morning. My name is Ariana Thomas, aka Ari Ellen or Ari Bella. Thank you so much for joining us today for our special celebration. Okay, imagine you're about to get on a huge roller coaster. I would compare this feeling to the first day of middle school. And honestly, I would compare middle school in general to a big, intense, intimidating roller coaster. But first, let's go back and set the scene. When you're young, you go on all of the little rides. You're having a great time, laughing, spinning. The rides are easy and simple. You go up, down, or in a circle rather smoothly. This would be elementary school. Exciting, right? But then your parents give you that 15-minute warning before it's time to go, and you want to finish as much as you can before you have to leave. I would say this part is summer, right before 6th grade. Next, you stand in line for the biggest roller coaster in the park, and your heart starts racing. Not saying this isn't exciting, but honestly, it's a little nerve-wracking. Then next, you're about to experience the big moment. You're next in line. This will be the day right before your first day in middle school. I broke this down into stages to make it a little easier to explain. Stage 1, 6th grade, or as I should say, the beginning of the roller coaster. You're in your seat getting strapped in and ready to go. We were all new to everything in 6th grade and everyone was nervous. We didn't know what to do. We were given our schedules and we headed to our first class. From meeting our teachers and making new friends, it was all going pretty well. Most of us had extremely extra decorated lockers, and we all bought school supplies we didn't even need. Overall, 6th grade was really easy. Stage 2 of middle school, 7th grade, aka the pre-climax of the roller coaster. This will be right before the drop. You know, when you get to the top and you want to think the roller coaster is almost over, but honestly, it's really, really not. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Anyways, the first day of 7th grade was pretty easy too. Everyone was familiar with the routine and each other. From book studies to the allergy table at lunch, 7th grade was going pretty good until this brings us to stage 2. Part 2, we'll call the stage March 13th, aka the climax of the roller coaster. I'm sure everyone knows where this is going. The climax of the roller coaster is generally the big drop. Some people would say that this is the best part, but for me, and in this situation, it is indeed not the best part. March 13th is a day that kind of changed everyone's life, and after this day, nothing was normal. And to be honest, it still isn't. The coronavirus. One day we're sitting in class, and the next day we're at home for 2 weeks. I know for a fact that when we all heard we got to go on a break for 2 weeks, everyone was happy and joyful. I mean, yeah, spring break 2 weeks early. Who wouldn't be excited? Until 2 weeks turned more into 2 more weeks, months, and then the rest of the school year. It got rough not being able to see friends, teachers, and family for a good while. The mask made a big impact on a lot of things, and we went from turning in papers to making sure that our Google Docs ran by 11:59 p.m. Everything went virtual and many things were canceled. Who would have ever known that toilet paper would be worth killing for, literally. But thankfully we all got past that and school soon prepared for the next school year. Which brings me to stage 3, 8th grade, aka the falling action, or personally, my favorite part of middle school and the roller coaster. It's a pretty long title, I know. 8th grade was very different from 6th and 7th grade. In past years, classes were full to 20 to even 30 kids, and this year we only have 15. I don't know, but that's a really big difference. All of the kids had choices whether they wanted to come back in person or if they wanted to stay online. But sadly, some kids didn't get a say. We were all more used to talking to our friends in the hallways during our passing time and then going to our next class. And then this year, we have no passing time. Instead, we all had the same teacher for half of the day. But with all of the bad things that happened this year, I can definitely say that there were also a lot of good things that happened. I got too close to a lot of people in my class, and I got to learn things that I never thought I could do. From failing most of my algebra tests to working with Fidelity, I think I did a pretty good job this year, and so did all of you. Stage 4, the end of the roller coaster and the end of middle school. This stage is where we are right now. We did it. We made it up, down, and through the roller coaster. We made friends and plenty of inside jokes. Now that we're stepping off the ride, we can gain our footing and take a deep breath. Thank you to everyone that helped me get to where I am today. Thank you to my parents for all of the encouragement. Thank you to my teachers for teaching me things, although I'm sure I won't use any of it after high school. Thank you to my best friend that was always there for me since the beginning. Thank you to everyone else that has completely had my back throughout the years. And finally, I'd love to give a personal thank you to Ms. Lewis. She was going above and beyond this year to make sure that our last year of middle school was amazing. Although at one point she had to go completely online for a while, she always checked up on her kiddos to make sure everything was okay. Now the ride is over. We're stepping off and we're going home with all of the memories that we gathered from the start. Now it's time for all of us graduates to prepare to conquer a much more grand roller coaster, high school. I believe in every single one of you here today, and yes, even the 6th and 7th graders. Finally, from walking through the front doors on my first day of 3rd grade to writing the speech, I can definitely say middle school was quite the roller coaster. Thank you.
Last but not least, Darielle Williams.
Hello, my name is Dario, and I would never have thought we would arrive to this point where we are today. This year had many ups and downs, but we made it through, not by ourselves, but together as one. I would have never imagined I would be standing up here talking with you today. We endured a lot this school year, wearing masks, social distancing, and making sure we stayed safe throughout this whole thing. This experience is something that we should all never forget. We should never forget how this year started and how we pushed through it. Honestly, I didn't think we would make it through this year with all of the COVID-19 restrictions, but we did, and that is our biggest accomplishment. We made efforts to stay on task and receive good grades, and we tried to be positive even when we were quarantined 6 times. Parents, you should be proud of your 8th grade student or loved one moving on to high school. So give us a hug and let us know that you're proud of us, because all we wanted to do is prove to you that we can make it through middle school. Despite some struggles, we all did it. This year was unbelievable. I want to thank all of my classmates for making it the best year it could possibly be. I am proud of everyone, including myself, for doing everything we could, either staring at a computer screen trying to stay on task, or in the classroom trying to stay focused or stay awake. We had some great memories. For example, one day at gym, there was water on the floor and everyone started slipping. Another funny memory is when we were attempting to play soccer, and honestly, we had no idea what we were doing, and everyone started laughing and falling. It's the little things that matter most in life. We may be moving on to high school, but I will never forget any of you. I will always tell everyone they look lovely or asking about a teacher's day. I will also miss giving candy to younger kids for fun just because I knew that would make them smile. I want to thank all the teachers for helping me with classwork to a point where I wanted to give up and not do anything. But I did it, and that's because they didn't give up on me. I know they are proud of me. Some see me go from D's and C's to now A's and B's, and that's because I didn't give up. I think we all learned that lesson by now. No one should give up, ever. It is truly the best feeling to know that you'll accomplish something that was really, really hard and never give up. School is something I say I always don't particularly love, but what we learn now will prepare us for future jobs, so it has to mean something, right? Well, I hope it does, because I'm not spending all this time in school for nothing. Anyway, let's be happy and enjoy today, because this is one of those milestones that come and go so fast. Before you know it, we are going to be wearing a cap and gown and graduating 12th grade, which I am not ready for, but that is a different conversation. Even though this is my last year at Huron Academy, I highly enjoy it. We made some amazing memories together, and I'm so happy I got to spend this crazy year with you. I am proud of myself overall because I've seen how far I've come as a person, and my responsibilities have grown since the beginning of middle school. Everyone here should be proud of themselves, even if you gave up at one point. You still kept going. I'm also very proud of my teacher, Miss Seabach. She had a class full of loud, funny, and very talkative teenagers. We all know that will always be her favorite class. She is funny, smart, helpful, and sometimes really chatty, but that doesn't stop me from loving her. She makes a few mistakes here and there, but she is perfectly imperfect, and there is nothing wrong with that. She will always have a small place in my heart and mind, and she also has made unforgettable memories for me and my classmates. It's the end of the year, and the only thing we can do is be grateful for the time we had together and look forward to the future. Middle school is all over now, so no more stress or homework for the next 3 months, which I have been looking forward to since the beginning of the school year. I want to also encourage all students to go home and give your parents a big hug, even if they were hard on you. Just because this is the end, it isn't a goodbye. This is our see you later. We are moving on to a higher level, and we couldn't have done it alone. I'm going to miss everyone so much. For the future 8th graders, I know you're going to rock and do great next year. But the only advice I'm going to give you is to never give up. You guys are super smart, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. For the teachers, I will miss you all. And for Miss Lane, this is my last time saying this, but you look lovely today. You all do. I'm hoping there's someone to say it to you even when I'm not there. This year was a memorable one for me and my classmates. I cannot wait to get to see what we do in the future. Thank you again, and I wish everyone a great day and an amazing summer vacation.
Thank you, students, for those wonderful speeches. Now we're going to take a few moments for our enhancement teachers to give some awards to their most exceptional students. Ms. Lane will be presenting hers first.
I'll be announcing students who were a part of National Junior Honor Society. Russell Antoon, Shane Becker, Hannah Henry, Grace Kaspolis, Ava Lee, Nicole Pageff, Morgan Shaman, and Krishna Shastri. I'd also like to mention Gloria Estefan. She's not here today, but she was also on NJHS this year. Good job, friends. Next up, Miss Lewis and Miss Wargo to announce Science Olympiad students.
Our middle school Science Olympiad team, Krishna Shastri, Ariana Thomas, and Harmony Johnson. And I would like to introduce Mrs. Lapierre for our Physical Education Awards.
So our recipients for the Physical Education Award are Russell Antoon and Monica Mathis. Next, I would like to introduce Mrs. Roebling for the Art Awards.
Okay, first I want to apologize if I mispronounce anyone's names. Okay. I always, when I talk about, this is always so difficult when I look at the list of 8th graders because I consider all you guys my kids. I know that sounds strange, but you're considered my kids. And when I look at the list, I can never decide who to get. But these 4 names definitely held a special part in the arts this year. Aisha Dalvio, Ted Mazula, Owen Schultz, and Morgan Shanum. Oh, I'm sorry, I did call. And next up will be Miss Hollerman for the World Culture Awards.
Okay, I share Ms. Robling's sentiments with how hard it was to pick students because you all did so well in World Cultures. So the criteria I used was if you had World Cultures for 2 quarters and got 100% or higher, including extra credit. And so there were 3 students who met that criteria, and the first one is Ava Lee, Morgan Shaman, and Krishna Shastri. Okay. Next, I'd like to introduce the music teacher, Mr. Tonchkin.
Good morning. And of course, as always, my hearing aid has to fall out, right? Okay, for the 8th graders who really showed some promise in music and did very well, Rosalita Shea, Ava Lee, Corey Pendleton, and 2 awards for Owen Schultz. He also, I'm always known for having something up my sleeve, and since we also helped to show this winter how the intersection of art and science comes together, he is the keeper of the 8th grade rocket.
And last but certainly not least is Mr. Axe for technology.
Hi, everybody. I would just like to recognize 2 students that, in my opinion, just went far above and beyond any expectation I ever had with all the various technology classes. So I'd like to recognize Shane Becker and Layla Wabi. Congratulations.
All right, next we have the 8th grade students from my class with the special academic awards. The first award is going to Marciano Araja for Principal's Honor and Citizenship. Also for Principal's Honor and Citizenship, Nicole Pageff. Also for Principal's Honor and Citizenship, Kelvin Ferrito. For Academic Honor Roll and Citizenship, Russell Antoon. For academic honor roll and citizenship, Grace Kaspolis. For academic honor roll and citizenship, Ariana Thomas. And for citizenship, Shane Becker. Also for citizenship, Harmony Johnson. Also for citizenship, Cameron Kirsch. And last but certainly not least, for citizenship, Owen Schultz. And next to present for her class, Mrs. Brittany Seebach.
All right, for my class, I have academic honor roll, Darielle Williams. And then academic honor roll and citizenship honor roll for Layla Wabi. Next up, I have Miss Jackson.
Right, it is my pleasure to announce these academic and citizenship awards. For Principal's Honor Roll, we have Ava Lee.
We can begin to see that. So overnight showers and
Principal's Honor Roll, Corey Pendleton.
We're going to be dealing with some showers. This is 5:30 notice.
Principal's Honor Roll, Morgan Shaman.
Michigan, yeah, they could.
Principal's Honor Roll, Zaria Spivey.
By 11 o'clock, we'll start to dry out a little bit.
For academic and citizenship honor roll, Ted Mazzola.
Another round of homes that Friday evening.
Academic and citizenship honor roll, Brooklyn Robinson.
Active weather if possible.
Academic and citizenship honor roll, Krishna Shastri. And academic and citizenship honor roll, Rosie Shea. Congratulations.
And now we will present these eighth graders with their diplomas. Miss Lewis, I believe, is going to be announcing the students.
Possibly even some rain late in the day on Sunday, taking us even Monday. That is your weekend forecast. Lee Thomas, over to you.
Thank you so much, Derek. Let's talk about Selma Hayek. She's right in the middle of it all in this new movie. But in the 2017 action comedy that also starred Samuel L. Jackson.
Please mute yourself. Our first eighth grade graduate is Russell Antoon, who will be attending the International Academy of Macomb.
She is now
Next year attending St. Mary's Preparatory, Marciana Oraha.
54-year-old Selma Hayek is in the middle of all the action in this sequel.
Attending the International Academy
Anthony,
of Macomb,
could you please put your
Shane
phone
Becker.
on mute? You cannot hear the graduation.
As his capable but unhappy bodyguard. And Hayek only had 2 scenes in that film. I started out with 2 scenes in
Attending Cass Technical High School, Eugene Cook.
Anthony.
With the 2 best actors is definitely for
Attending Clintondale High School, Brandon De La O. Attending Eisenhower High School, Kelvin Ferrito. Attending Dakota High School, Harmony Johnson. Attending Jeanette Junior High School, Grace Kaspolis. Attending International Academy of Macomb, Cameron Kirsch.
I got to see what I wanted to see.
Attending Cousino Senior High School, Isma Nasser. Attending International Academy of Macomb, Nicole Pageff. Attending Communications Arts High School, Owen Schultz. Attending Jeanette Junior High School, Alessandra Shauni. Attending Henry Ford II High School, Ariana Thomas. And attending International Academy of Macomb, Darielle Thornton.
Go Dario!
And next to announce her class, Mrs. Seebach. Oh, Mrs. Jackson. I'm sorry, Mrs. Jackson.
It is my great pleasure to be here this morning in person to see these kiddos. And to award them their certificates of completion. Sorry about that. All right, Enrique Aller, attending Cousino High School. Ariana Armstrong, attending Henry Ford II. Chloe Armstrong, attending Henry Ford II High School. Aisha DeVillo, attending Stevenson High School. Hannah Henry, attending Dakota High School. Johanan Jacob, attending Henry Ford II High School. Ava Lee, attending Fraser High School. And Ted Mazzola, attending Stevenson High School. Corey Pendleton, attending Lakeview High School. Brooklyn Robinson, attending Troy Athens High School. Morgan Shaman, attending Stevenson High School. Krishna Shastri, attending Stevenson High School. Rosie Shea, attending Stevenson High School. Zaria Spivey, attending Sterling Heights High School. T. Anthony Stokes, attending Chippewa Valley High School. And Jalen Townsend, attending Chippewa Valley High School. Mrs. Seebach will now come and award her certificates.
All right. I have Nicholas Aviles attending Henry Ford II. Tyler Harris attending Sterling Heights High School. Monica Mathis attending Lakeview High School. Maximilian Stanzik attending Henry Ford II. Antonio Stuckey attending Sterling Heights High School. Aaron Thomas attending Parkway Christian Academy. Layla Wabi attending Fraser High School. And Darielle Williams attending Sterling Heights High School.
Yeah. Go Dari. Period, Dari.
You did it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our 8th grade class of 2021. Let's hear it for them. Thank you all for attending. Hope you have a great summer. Best of luck to our graduates and everyone else. We'll see you next year. Thank you.
Okay, we'll wait for that last group, Ms. Seebach's group, to come back in. I'll have a few closing remarks.
I've been waiting on the sunset, bills on my mindset, I can't deny it, getting higher than my income's breadcrumbs, I've been trying.
Okay, students, sit down, please. Remain seated for a moment, please. I'm sorry. We just got our last group in. I want to have just a couple more words. We brought you in with pomp and circumstances. That was a musical interlude that we'll have you leaving us with. Exiting class of 8th grade. It's a time to take a moment and say thank you for spending as many years as you did with us. We're going to miss you, but we know that you have wonderful, wonderful things to do in this world. Education is the key, ladies and gentlemen. We stop, we take a moment, we celebrate with you the work up through 8th grade. 4 years from now, you'll be celebrating again as you exit high school. From that point, some will go on to college, some will go on to grade school, to trade schools, some will go on to the School of Hard Knocks. Nonetheless, education will be your key to changing this world. I talked to you about that at the beginning of our conversation this morning. We're extremely proud of you. It's amazing what you have done, but we can't wait to see what you will accomplish. Would you be kind enough to stand one time for me? Underclassmen, this is your entering high school class of 2025. Would you please put your hands together for this wonderful, wonderful group? And now you may be seated, and we are done with the show. Thanks so much. Congratulations, class of 2025.
Oh, that the sun gets right around sunset helps me realize that this is just a journey. Drop your worries. You are gonna turn out fine. Oh, you turn out fine. Fine. Oh, you turn out fine. But you gotta keep your head up. Oh, and you can let your head down. Hey, you gotta keep your head up. Oh, and you can let your head down. Hey, I know it's hard. No, it's hard to remember sometimes, but you gotta keep your head up. Oh, and you can let your head down. Hey, 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 hey. I got my hands in my pockets, kicking these rocks. It's kinda hard to watch this life go by. I'm buying into skeptics. Skeptics mess with the confidence in my eyes. I'm seeing all the angles, thoughts get tangled. I start to compromise my life and my purpose. Is it all worth it? Am I gonna turn out fine? Oh, you turn out fine. Fine. Oh, you turn out fine. But you gotta keep your head up. Oh, and you can let your head down. Hey, you gotta keep your head up. Oh, and you can let your head down. Hey, I know it's hard. No, it's hard to remember sometimes, but you gotta keep your head up. Oh, and you can let your head down. Hey, 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 hey. Only rainbows after rain. The sun will always come again, and it's a circle, circling around again. It comes around again. I say only rainbows after rain. The sun will always come again, and it's a circle, circling around again. It comes around, but you gotta keep your head up. Oh, and you can let your head down. Hey, you gotta keep your head up. Oh, and you can let your head down. Hey, I know it's hard. No, it's hard to remember sometimes, but you gotta keep your head up. Oh, and you can let your head down. Hey, and keep your head up. And you can let your head down. And keep your head up. And you can let your head down. And keep your head up. And you can let your head down. Say, oh, no, 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 no.
Why I don't see Darielle on this thing, and I've been watching it for the longest.
That's the next thing that she was there. About to get ready to walk out to school. We fixed in the parking lot.
Oh, it's over now?
It's over.
This thing is so confusing. I'm still loaded.
You're not muted. You're not muted, so they're hearing the conversation.
Oh. How you know?
Because I heard you.
Uh-huh.